Okay then, lovely people. Today I'm going to be attempting to make proper pub pork scratchings. I've been at this for flipping ages, trying different methods. I think I may have got it sorted. So I'm using a full pork belly. Don't worry, we're not going to use all of it. We're going to cut off the fat and the skin. It doesn't matter if you've got a few pieces of meat on it, that's a little treat at the end. Alright. I'll be using Big Bertha for this bad boy. So we're going to, first of all, I'm just going to cut off this little flap of meat because makes it easier. Let's see, yeah, that's nice. Right down under that fat. As I say, if you've got a little bit of meat on there, that's good. Keep checking, make sure you're getting all that lovely fat in there, because that's what makes the scratching the best. None of this pork crackle bollocks. Pork crackle's nice, but it's a bit dry, a bit flavourless. Whereas proper English pub pork scratchings you got from the butcher shop, oh, fabulous. And apparently they're massive in Thailand as well. Okay. Okay, you got some nice pork belly to make something after. Here we go. So I'm going to cut these into strips about 2 centimeters wide. By the way, you need a nice sharp knife for this. My Big Bertha, she's very sharp. Doesn't matter if they're not all even. Here we go. Now, I'm going to go for about 4 centimeters in length. Chop them all up nicely. As I say, it doesn't matter if there's some big ones or some small ones, they're all going to be eaten. Okay, now that we've got our lovely pork belly done like this, we're going to wash our hands, get them into our frying pan. Alright, let's put these in. Pour in about I'd say 1.5 cups of water. And a heaped teaspoon salt. The key here is to keep these moving. Let it skim down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this into 2 different batches. One, I'm going to keep in the pan and cook in their own rendered fat. The other one, I'm going to take out once they're ready and oven cook. So we'll see what the 2 different halves do. At this point, we're going to transfer it to a smaller saucepan. What I'm doing here is I've got a few more chunks of the pork belly fat, so I'm just going to put in. These won't turn into scratchings, but they will help render, help the fat. They will add fat to the rendering. Wait a second. They will render down and add fat for the cooking. That's right. There we go. All right. At this stage, we're going to switch it over onto a lower heat. Keep them moving. This is where they'll start to stick together. Ow! Okay, be careful at this point because this is where they start to render down. I keep saying render down. What I'm meaning is they start to render down. Whee! Look at that beautiful fat. Oh! Now tell me that isn't pretty. When they get to about this stage, and take it off the heat. So make sure they don't stick together. We're going to let it cool because you're going to cook these twice. So you're going to let them cool right the way down. And at this stage, I'm going to separate half off to put in here and put in the oven. And they're going to go in the oven on a low heat and cook for a while. And we'll see what the difference between frying them in their own oil and oven. Now that they had cooled down, we're going to take them and put them on the highest heat. Oh shit me! Jesus Christ. It's on super high heat. They do start popping. Ooh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Okay. I'll put a lid on. We'll just put a lid on for a little bit. Flip it in there. I would say these are about done. Okay, it's been an hour and I've been cooking them at 180. Let's see how they're going. Yes, they're looking nice and crispy. Let's have a look. They're still, oopsie. Yeah. Beautiful. So I'm using fried garlic. You'll have to find these at an Asian supermarket usually. A bit of thyme. Fennel seeds. And just some rock salt. Let's give these a little bit of salt. Special salt, baby. Toss them around. Let's go. First, we'll try the fried and fried. I don't know if you can see that bad boy. Whoop, 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 whoop. Put on here. They are crisp, but also with a little bit of spring to them. Just try that one. Yeah, they got a nice crackle to them. Question is what they taste like. They're good. They're bloody tasty, but the pork fat is still a little chewy inside. So I would say maybe fry them for a little bit longer. Let's try one more. Yeah, it's beautiful. Tastes good, but I don't know if you can see. What? It's still a little bit soft inside. So these could either do going in the oven for a bit, crisping them out, or find them at a slightly lower heat for longer. Now, for the oven fried. So, fried, then put in the oven at 180 for an hour. Ooh. Oh, that is a full crispy bad boy. Can you hear that crunch? That is good. Let's try that one. Look at that. A little bit of fat, a little bit of skin, a little bit of meat. Show you as well. I think we've done it. That is beautiful. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The ultimate pork scratching. These ones. Fry in their own juices, and then halfway through, oven cook. What a beast. If you like this video, like, subscribe, click on the notifications for when I make more videos. Thank you. Peace out. Love. I'm gonna get fat on these.